Hey guys, welcome back. Thanks for joining me on another episode of Expressions of the Day with Lucky Special Periods. And he's trying to get my attention again and step on my laptop. So today on this episode, we're going to study some really cool expressions, everyday expressions that you can use, you can incorporate in your English speaking. And these expressions are expressions that are definitely going to help you sound better when you're speaking English. And by the way, it's expressions I've collected and I've heard on this TV show that I started this week, which is Chicago Fire. So stay tuned. So the first one on the list, it is put a cork in it. It's a very interesting one. Actually, I've heard it a few times, but it's a very good way of saying stop talking. It's kind of a rude way, by the way. So if you're gonna use it wisely, use it carefully, because it's not everyone that's gonna take it well when you say it. But it could also mean it, like, you could say it in a more playful way, you know, like that kind of thing when you're pulling someone's leg, that's another one. When you're teasing someone. So if you want to tell a friend to just stop rambling or talking nonstop or stop complaining about something, you can say, put a cork in it. So be careful with the prepositions to use it correctly. So put a cork in it. Okay, next up on the list is let sleeping dogs lie. That one, actually, I have to give credit to Chicago Med, which was the first time I heard that expression was on Chicago Med, which means to ignore a problem instead of interfering in it and trying to solve it and making it even more difficult than it really is. So for all the Brazilian and Portuguese learners out there, it would be basically telling someone, não mexe com quem tá quieto. So let's say leave someone alone, leave that person alone, let that person deal with her own problems, don't interfere, don't make it even harder than it already is. So let sleeping dogs lie. Next up is get all worked up about something. This is actually super common. I hear it all the time, like literally all the time, in all the shows and movies that I watch. So to get worked up about something is when you're trying to describe someone who's getting like nervous or frustrated, like about something, about whatever problem they're dealing with. So let's say you tell a friend, oh, sorry, I won't be able to make it tonight. At the bar, let's say you invited a friend to a bar and they say, sorry, something came up. That's another one that I can add on my list. Something came up and I won't be able to make it. And then your friend gets really like angry with you and that person overreacts. So they get worked up about it. They get really nervous, you know, that there's a lot of tension, a lot of anger, a lot of frustration thrown towards you. So when you tell someone don't get worked up about it, or you are getting worked up about it, it means that person is getting too nervous or is overreacting about something. And while we're at it, I'm gonna throw an extra one for you guys, a bonus one, which is something came up, like I gave on the previous example. When you say something came up is when a setback happened. Something happened last minute and you won't be able to attend or to see or to do whatever you were supposed to do. So, and in that case, it's actually used a lot in situations, in contexts where you don't want to tell the person what happened or what was the last minute emergency you had to deal with. So you just say, something came up. That's actually a very common excuse, you know, that's used pretty loosely. You know, a lot of people use that. But in that case, you know, it doesn't mean that you have bad intentions or anything. It's just that you don't have the time to explain what happened. So you can just say something came up. And the last one is a tough pill to swallow. Wow, that's actually used a lot in the context of, relationships or problem solving. I actually heard that from a coach, another life coach, Stephanie Lynn. I also truly recommend her. She's one of, my biggest mentors in that sense, because I've been studying a lot about psychology. So a tough pill to swallow is when it's like, let's say you find yourself in a very difficult situation and you have no choice but to accept a very difficult fact or situation that's going on in your life. So a tough pill to swallow, it doesn't go down easily, let's say, and yeah, and you just have to accept it. You have no other choice. So a tough pill to swallow is something that's very difficult to process, digest, but you still have to accept it. Well, that's it then, guys. So I hope you guys enjoyed this content, and if you guys have any suggestions, feedbacks, and questions, I will be happy to answer all of your comments, so please feel free to leave a comment below. And for all of those who have not subscribed yet, if you like what you see, please do so. Please subscribe, please hit the like button, or leave any comments if you'd like, and I'll see you on my next video. Bye bye. Bye from Lucky.